Welcome back to another Limitless SMP Season 5 episode. I think we're in episode 3 already, which is super exciting. In the last episode, we got a lot accomplished from the villager breeder over here to the mob farm that's way up there, and then also to the iron farm, the lava farm, the furnace array. So much accomplished just in episode 2, and we're not done yet. We're just getting started. As I was thinking about what next steps I want, I really want to get redstone components, but we are kind of a long ways off from that because in order to get redstone components, I actually need quartz. And quartz, I need a gold farm, and to get a gold farm, I need all sorts of things like turtle eggs, and for that I need silk touch, which means I need a villager trading hall, and we need magma blocks, which the only way to get those in this pack is either to go hunting and try and find them, which is not likely, or to get a magma cube and then use that magma cube and throw stone at it, which probably means I need to get a better way of generating cobble, and then converting that to stone, or just get the villager trading hall going and make a stone generator, so that way we can start working on trading a magma cube. Basically, it consumes the blocks and spits out a regular block. And so I've got a long ways to go to get all of those items. So kind of what I want to start with is getting a villager trading hall going this episode. And then once I have that in place, I can start working on getting turtle eggs and start working on getting a gold farm going. And the only way to do that is to capture a magma cube. Also, I've got some weird things going on in my base. Like, I've got some cobblestone right here, some stone bricks right here. I've got weird like staircases and different things like that all over. And so yeah, it's looking like a mess right now. We need to clean some of it up, including our upstairs area. I've got different levels and all sorts of stuff. And so today we're going to be working on all of those things, cleaning up the base, get our starter villager trading hall going, which is going to be a lot of work, but then also trying to get our once we get all that, so we can start working towards a gold farm to get quartz, to get redstone components, to get the blocks that I want to actually build off of. So again, all this stuff is just the start, to try and get my base built up and ready to go for the season. I have some grand plans ahead of me that I want to get accomplished, and in order to do that, I'm going to need the blocks. And normally it's like, oh, I'll just go mine for them for a little bit. Not in this pack. In this pack, you have to earn everything you get. And so let's go ahead and get started with cleanup, and then we will get started with the villager trading hall and make this place a little bit nicer. Let's get started. All right, and first things first, we are going to be building a sugarcane farm and a melon farm so we can get ready to trade our villagers. And so the first thing I want to go ahead and do is get some dirt. And the best way I could think to do it is to put down some stone and then put down some moss, and then we're going to bone meal that. I believe I forgot the bone meal. We'll just grab this one right here. Perfect. And so we will bone meal that. And then we will get some azalea, and then we'll bone meal that, and we'll get some rooted dirt just like that. And then if you do this, you get regular dirt. And so I'm going to do that a bunch of times just to get a ton of dirt, so that we can go ahead and start building up our farms as much as possible. And so that's the next goal. I know this is going to sound crazy, but I actually spent a few hours turning moss into dirt. And this is all I have to show for it is like 9, 10 and a half stacks of dirt, not even quite 11 stacks of dirt. And then this is how much wood, hold on, let's see. This is how much wood I chopped from the azaleas, and I did gather some leaves. And then how much hanging roots I gathered from that process. And I still don't even have 11 stacks of dirt. But that should do the amount, that should be the amount of dirt that I need to be able to go ahead and start working on the farms. I think the first thing I want to do is try and grow some sugarcane and some pumpkins and melons. It's not necessarily for food as much as it is for the villager trading hall. So I need paper for books and leather and things like that. And then I do want to get some crop farms going as well. So next thing I'm going to do is go back up to the surface and do all those crop farms up there. You're probably thinking, why don't I do it down here if the villagers are going to be down here? That makes sense, but I don't have anything up there. Everything is down here on this level, and I'd like to have some nice looking things up there, and I think the crops will make a good addition to that. So I decided to go ahead and move them all up to the surface and beautify that. But then that also gives me the opportunity to get like my cows situated in a nice little area and sheep and separate it out. But then that also allows me to do things like put my crops, my sheep, that sort of stuff up towards the surface. And that's going to be a little bit nicer. So we're going to do that. We're going to go ahead and go upstairs and put that on the surface. We might even get some crop farms going for some of my other crops like carrots and potatoes. Those might be more of a food source, the potatoes, and then wheat for my wheat fields as well. So that's kind of the plan. Next, we've got all the dirt from the trees and such, and now we are going to go ahead and take some of that to the surface and start working on some farms. So I might build out a little bit of an area, maybe try and do a time lapse. I might try a different time lapse program because the last couple times I've tried the other one, it's not worked for me. So we might be trying a new one today to see if that works. So I might not have a time lapse. I might have a time lapse. Hopefully we'll see. But yeah, and so I'm going to go up to the surface and start working on those farms and expanding that area and making it look a little bit nicer. Again, my plan is to make this look nicer and then also to make that surface level look nicer. So we don't want it to continue to look like cobblestone. Also, another note, I'm going to get rid of the zombified villager and the witch. I don't need them anymore, and I've got this villager breeder, and I know that's probably an unsafe plan, but I even, as a worst case scenario, have these villagers over here in the iron farm, and I can get more if I need to. I don't want to. I'd like this to be the last villager breeder I need to use for the server, but if I absolutely need to, I can. So that's kind of the plan next, is to go ahead and work on that stuff up there. So, and if I need to move villagers up to the surface, I'll just put another portal down here and then take them through the nether, break it, and then go through that one up there. It's a cheaty, easy way to do it. But yeah, so that's the next plan. Crops, cleaning up the area, and cleaning up the surface. All right, so I did kind of finish the flooring around here. And after I got done, I did go ahead and add in a little bit more blocks around the staircase to the mob farm. I am going to go ahead and move the chest around and play around with that a little bit. But for now, I think it's all right where it's at. So I've got the flooring all done and cleaned up to match all together. And then I put the walls around. Now, some of you might be wondering where I got the bubble elevator. I did get the soul sand from a biome island that's right off of Fitz's base that you may see later on. So that one was good to go, and it looks like I missed a few blocks here, so let's fix that real quick. So I did get that from the biome island near Fitz, and then Caribou actually was able to find a wandering trader and was able to get the villager to get a kelp block, and he was kind enough to share that with me in a trade for some ink. And so I did get some ink from him in that process. So yeah, and then I am going to tear out this bottom half here because now that I've got the flooring in place, I don't really need it. It was just to make sure that I didn't drop any dirt into the void. But now that I've got the flooring in place, I'm not really too concerned about this part. So we're going to go ahead and take this out. But yeah, I just wanted to make the flooring look more uniform. I may care a little bit more about texturing and design, but right now the block choices are very, very limited. So I could do some moss or some stone or some leaves, but I really don't have a lot of options at the moment. And so I'm going to go ahead and clean this area up just and leave it as stone for now. And then maybe later on down the road, we can give a little more texture and design. But for now, it looks a lot better than what it did in the past. And so I'm quite happy with it for the time being. And then maybe once we get more blocks later on, we can do that. The other thing I was concerned about is I could do full blocks, but the problem with full blocks is around the iron golems is it would mess with the spawning platform and would cause the iron golems to spawn. And so I had to be super careful with where I placed blocks around that area. So it always has to be lower slabs or walls. And I'm still a little concerned, just slightly, that the walls they'll still be able to spawn on those walls. So I'm going to keep an eye on it and AFK that for a little bit just to make sure that they can't spawn anywhere in that area. But ultimately, I try to keep it as the lower slabs, so that way we could have them only spawn in the water streams that I want them to spawn in. But yeah, this kind of cleans up the area significantly. It makes it look a little bit nicer, a little bit safer for me as well, since I don't want to fall into the void. And so that's kind of what I've been working on, is just cleaning it up a little bit. Instead of having cobblestone and stone mixtures all around, I just want to kind of have it together a little bit more. Next, I'm going to be working on the upper floors and try and clean those up a little bit more and get them a little bit nicer looking, and maybe even change out these elevators for stone, so that way I can clean that up a little bit as well. But it's not too terrible if I don't get to that right away, because I do need to get some stuff for the villagers going, and then some like a villager trading hall going, and some of the others. So I might just cover this with just like regular blocks, like throw them right here, and then maybe put in some slabs right there to kind of clean it up. But yeah, just kind of make it look a little bit more appealing than just day one farms. So it's not, again, perfect, but better than what it was for sure. And so I'm super happy with how it's turned out so far, and we'll continue to improve it as the season progresses for sure. But wanted to get at least a start going of making it look somewhat nicer now that we have some more resources. Off camera, I did work on smelting a ton of stone and stone, so I could have stone bricks. So like I haven't even finished a full double chest with this flooring, and I still have 3 more double chests and then 1 chest of smooth stone that I'm going to kind of use upstairs. And so that will be awesome to have a lot more stone options, and enough stone to be able to hopefully get the whole upper and lower floors going. But yeah, so just kind of cleaned it up. And let's jump now to the next time lapse. And again, hopefully that works as well to where we can get our lower floors going next. Or our upper floors, sorry. We have something called content creator integration on the server. So last night I was trying to do this platform on stream, and content creator integration, while super fun, thwarts any plans that you have because people can spawn mobs on you. They can they can throw a zombie at you, or a skeleton, or poison you, or even add regen to you. But they could do all sorts of crazy things, and so it's super super fun. Then, if you pay in bits, you can get a little miniature version of your skin. So that's where a lot of these came from, either through bits or through raids, or through subscriptions. You get a little miniature version of your skin. So I've got these ones up here and some more downstairs. So I'm going to play a few clips of that because I think it's super funny to be able to see all of those things in action. And there's a lot of good moments where it was just super fun, where people were just spawning things on me like crazy. I died about 100 times. And then we'll jump into a time lapse where I finish this platform, hopefully. It's a lot of work, and it's going to be a lot of blocks. So I'm hoping I have enough of those blocks to be able to finish it. But we're going to at least get it started, so that we have a starting point to work off of. I did decide to go with full blocks instead of slabs, which means it's going to be a lot more work than what the original one was, because it was slabs, so that's double the amount of blocks. But I'm so sick of like having to walk up to get to the next block with the slabs, or like if I put down dirt, I have to put down another slab to make it a full block so that I can walk up it, and it's just getting on my nerves. And so for the upper area, I can do the full blocks. The lower area, I still need to do the slabs because of the iron farm and some of the spawning stuff. But up here, I think it'll be fine as long as I torch everything. So yeah, that's the plan. We'll jump into a few funny clips from CCI, content creator integration last night, where you see all this chaos ensue. And then after that, I will jump into a time lapse of the trying to finish this platform, or at least get it started with what blocks I have. I lost a lot of blocks last night too. So yeah, we'll try to get that all done and accomplished, and then after that, we'll come back and I'll be back with you. All right, we made it to the top. This looks awful. And that's kind of why I want to clean it up and expand it. Oh, I got a little free will. Hold on, free will. No, I need to get a boat. Hold on. Well, hopefully he stays around. Oh, thanks for the sub, free will. Oh, let's get a boat. I wasn't planning on that. No, I need to get a boat. Oh, thanks for the... Oh, no. Now I've got a bunch of little free wills. Okay, we gotta switch to the boat. We gotta capture our free wills. Yes, that's awesome. Now I have 2 little free wills. All right, let's see if I can get the one over here too. I kind of want to capture him. All right. Nice. And then let's go upstairs. I don't know. Okay, because it was a 3-month stream streak. I was like, why did he do that? I wonder where the raid party is for Caribou. I might have to fix that one. Because there should have been a raid one as well. Oh, I forgot to put it in the boat. Okay. Now I've got a little free will. I love this mod. Oh, there it is. Ah, nice. Oh, that was on my dirt too. No. Okay. Oh, he got stuck in the boat. No. Okay, let's put this gear back on. Okay, let's see if I can grab my boots. Oh, okay, got my boots. Where is my pants? Did he steal my pants? Oh, I'm just getting shot at from all levels. Look at that. He just popped out of nowhere. Hi there, buddy. And hello, Razor, and welcome in. Oh, no. Oh, no. Caribou. Oh. No, I gotta get the boat for Caribou. Oh, you didn't say your MC name, Caribou. No. I just got a rando. Oh, that was perfect, Dejected. Oh. You gotta do the set MC name. Oh, I just made it too close. Okay. Oh, who poisoned me? Thank you, Dejected. I'm gonna run out of food before I even figure this out. Oh no, 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 no. No, no. No. I'm gonna cheat it. No! Even if my cheesing it, I did it wrong. And now I've got to like dodge all the things. Oh, there we go. Okay, my sword is right there, buddy. No. Okay, can I trick you? Oh no. Okay. There, no, you're supposed to fall. Oh, there we go. I was planning on taking those out tonight, too. I might have to leave them in. Let's see if I can go downstairs and get some of my stuff back. Oh, no, not the poison. No. Hey, another drowned guy. This is, like, amazing. Yep. That seems about right. Oh no. Okay, why are you picking up all my stuff, guy? No. He just picks up all my stuff and then dives off the edge. What in the world? Hopefully he landed on the platform below. Yeah. Chaos already awaits. It's a natural part of... I just threw my pickaxe. Why did I do that? Just threw it off the edge. That was like good timing. That needs to be CCI. Yeah, just throw pickaxe. Rather than take you through a 10-minute time lapse of me placing stone and spruce planks, I decided to go ahead and just show you the final product. So I did go ahead and place it, and it ended up being rather larger than I expected. So yeah, we do have this giant circle now to work with as far as a build platform is concerned. And I did go ahead and add in some of the dirt that I've already created, but I'm definitely going to need a lot more dirt to be able to place over in this corner right here. I moved my cows and sheep down and destroyed the platform that was here, that got all the initial biome island right next to my current build. And so, yeah, that's kind of the area. I've lit it all up for now, just with torches. And there's definitely going to be some designs and stuff that go into this here in just a little bit. But for now, this is just kind of where I'm at. And then I use the grass that was up above in the biome island and spread that down here so that I could have grass down here for when I eventually start breeding up my sheep and cows and all that. And so, yeah, it's just kind of a slow work in progress, but this took a lot longer than expected. So I was hoping to have villagers and some of the other, like the wheat fields and bamboo and watermelon and pumpkin and sugarcane and all that, but none of it came to fruition because this just took so long to build. But it's massive. If you look, I'm probably the biggest build so far. Not that it's a competition, just that it's like it took me a lot longer than I expected. The main reason that I wanted to build it so big, if you look in the upper left hand corner, I know it might be hard to see, but this is all river biome. And so, and then this is jungle biome. So I kept having ocelots spawn. So I wanted to get at least a corner of this build to be in a forest biome, and that was the closest biome to me, was this forest over here. And the main reason for that is as I start breeding up the animals, eventually they'll take up the cap, and so the ocelots won't spawn anymore. But I didn't want to have all my sheep killed by ocelots because they're kind of difficult to get sheep in this pack. And so I definitely want to have the ability to keep my sheep, and that means that preventing ocelots was in my best interest to the start. And then I needed the grass, so I went ahead and put the grass blocks down so I can spread it out since I don't have silk touch yet, and it's more difficult for me to get grass in this pack. And so I just went ahead and spread it out. I was always working on placing all this stone. Don't worry, this is not going to be the final look of the design by any means. We'll work on it a little bit more next episode. I just wanted to kind of get the base down in, and now that we have that in place, we can go ahead and start working on the rest of the build. So yeah, it's exciting. I'm very happy with this so far. It took a long time, like several days for me to get this all in. And so I didn't want to keep doing time-lapse videos. I already have too many in this video, so I figured it would be just better to show you the finished product of me just like tearing it out and placing this platform. So now we have an area to work with on building. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's episode. Thanks so much for hanging out, and I hope you enjoyed the craziness of CCI, and maybe you'll join me on stream. I'll link my stream down, or my Twitch account down in the bio, so that way if you decide to join, you are definitely more than welcome to do that. But yeah, this is coming along. Skyblock World, it's kind of crazy, but it's all coming together, and I'm really happy with it so far, and I hope you are enjoying the series as well. If you are, please leave a like and a comment and hit that notification bell so that way you don't miss another episode. I get like anywhere from 500 to 90 views per video, if not plus, but I only have 39 subscribers. So please consider subscribing, or 49 subscribers. Please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. It helps to encourage me to keep going with the content, or like, what am I doing this for? So thank you so much in advance. If you are looking to join a content creator server, we do have some different offerings, from the Skyblock world to a Forever world to a Vault Hunters world. So definitely join our Discord and apply to be a content creator, and we'll get back to you in a few days with your application results. Anyways, that's going to do it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you next time.